So, I was talking to this lady, and she told me that the reason why she's single is because she doesn't know how to read men. She doesn't know how to read people. She is terrible at reading men. And I understood exactly what she was saying. But I think trying to read someone is a very big mistake, because people are unpredictable. You don't read people. You cannot read people. Now, some days we can tell, by a guess what somebody might do in certain situations. But reading people, that's not what you do. Nobody actually can. Because nobody can tell you what you're going to do. Because you have a choice. Here's the thing. You don't have to read people. Trying to read somebody don't make you understand them. Trying to figure them out don't actually make you figure them out. And trying to know them by asking them 100 million questions don't teach you anything about them. See, what you are doing, you are dissecting them. You are trying to cut them in pieces and separate them so that you can actually gain knowledge about them, but it doesn't really teach you anything. Here's the truth. The only way to read somebody is to know thyself. To know thyself. Remember, you/thyself, yourself, it is the processor of all things. Without knowing thyself, you cannot know anything else. Without knowing thy own vibration, thy own frequency, and what's going on within you, there's nothing else to know. And if you know thyself, everything will make known unto you. Everything will be made known unto you. Let me explain. I could only know anything within myself. I can know what the apple tastes like only when it's within me. I can know what the water feels like only when I'm submerged into the water, right? And I know, and I process it in my own mind because I know myself. I know how I feel and think about it, right? I can only know what comes into me only if I know myself, because there's so much unknown out there. We don't know anything. We don't know anything. There's nothing to know. There's no one to know. But if we know ourselves, then everything will make sense. We will learn how to understand everything else, because everything, when it comes into your frequency or in your energy field, it makes you react or it makes you shift. There's always a pull or a push when anything comes to your space. Understand this. You know everything based on how you understand you. And this is why it is very important. It is imperative to keep quiet and be still. See, when you are still and your mind is silent, you pick up every single thing. You have trillions of cells that made up your body, that makes up your body. And every cell has a charge, an electrical charge. And that charge is trillions of voltage combined. And so you send off and you receive information continuously. When you are still, you can pick up every single thing. It's not by questions. It's not by words. It's not by intellect. It's not by all these things and the past experiences. It is based on what you are picking up in that instant and what you are sending off. See, the thing is, we are sending off so much noise, so much distraction. We are sending off so much of these emotional, vibrational, lower frequencies. And then what comes back to us, we don't even know if it's us or them. So this is why we don't know anything. When you learn to silence your energy and understand that shit happens, don't walk around being miserable, not angry, not frustrated, not anxious. When you can just be still, everything will make itself known to you. The trees will tell you who they are. The ants will show you who they are. The cats, the plants, the roses, the clouds and the water, the oceans, the air. Everything will make you know who they are. because you will connect to everything. See, the way to understand or to read, as we call it, is to connect to all things. See, we are so attached to one thing that we are disconnected from everything else. So what do we actually know? Nothing. You don't learn when you are attached. You are only experiencing your own emotions. You have to learn you. You have to learn what's inside of you, what's within you. You have to learn who you are. This is why you must know thyself. This is why we must clear our minds continuously. This is why we must forgive. This is why we must leave the past in the past, where it is, where it is. This is why we must clear our energy on a regular basis, purge ourselves, take spiritual baths, and just clear that anger, the resentment, and all those things that we carry. I don't care how much questions you ask somebody. I don't care how much time you have spent with them. I don't care how long you have been with them. If you don't know thyself, you know nothing. There's nothing to know. All we know is somebody's name, what somebody's look like, and what somebody did in the past, and we swear we know them. We can't. Only when you know thyself can you know anything else, because yourself processes everything. It is you who all things come through. The sunset comes through you. Your emotions, your thoughts, your feelings. The rain comes through you. You process those things. Understand, you are the processors. So if you understand the processor, you understand all things. Please, don't try to read people. It doesn't work. It doesn't help you, and it doesn't protect you from anything. When you know thyself, when you know yourself, when you understand you, you connect to you. This is how you understand the truth of all things. Someone said, when I searched for myself, I found God. And when I searched for God, I found myself. There's nothing else out there but you. This is why the Bible tells us to love everyone as we love thyself. This is why it says, above all, seek understanding. Listen, this is all about an internal thing. You don't have to know them to love them. You have to know you to love them. You don't have to know that to love it. You have to know you to love it. It's all about you. If you know you, everything makes sense. If you don't know you, nothing would make sense. You would always be confused. Understand that. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you understand what I'm trying to say in this video. If you haven't subscribed, go ahead and subscribe. I promise you, quality information continues to come to this channel. And I thank the ones who's already subscribed. I will see you guys the next time, all right? Be peaceful.